Welcome back to the Madden 20 Bengals franchise, where today the 5-0 Bengals are coming to Philadelphia to face the 1-4 Eagles. Now, this is a Bengals team while 5-0 have only played weaker opponents. While the Eagles may be 1-4, but Carson Wentz is still an elite quarterback that can elevate the play of his receivers and lead this team to wins. And Philadelphia got their first win of the season before their bye week at Week 5 against the Washington Redskins 19-10. While the Bengals have started out hot last week, beating the Giants in a big win. There's Carson Wentz leading a charge out the tunnel. And before I get started, I'd like to say if you enjoy the video, please leave a like. And if you want future content like this, subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss any future content. And there's Tyler Boyd, who was a big part in that Week 5 victory against the Giants. Both these teams fresh off the bye and looking to extend their winning streaks. As Joe Burrow gets his team pumped up, Philadelphia has officially won the coin toss, and they will defer to the second half, so it's Kindle Vildor back deep to return the kick for the Bengals as we are underway from Philadelphia. Vildor from the 3 takes it across the 20, makes a move to the 25, and he's ripped down by Jake Elliott by the face mask, and that'll be 15 on to the return, setting up the Bengals at the 41-yard line. Joe Burrow's stats on the season led the league in touchdown passes before the bye, where Deshaun Watson has passed him up since, as Mixon cuts it inside, fights for 5 to the 46. Second and 5 as we look at this Cincinnati offense. The offensive line completely rebuilt, has struggled against pass rushes. Burrow has to unload it quickly to Seferian-Jenkins for 4. Now this may be a top offense in the league, but is bottom 5 on third downs. Let's see what they can do on the first third down. Burrow has the time, unloads it in traffic, and Seferian-Jenkins makes the catch at the 31 to extend the drive. Looking at the Philadelphia defense, Fletcher Cox looking to have a big week against a weak Cincinnati offensive line. Burrow, this play though, has the time and checks it down to Boyd, who still makes a first down out of that short catch. 3 plays later, now Burrow has to roll out from the pressure, and he's dropped by Sidney Jones, who will force a Cincinnati field goal to give them an opening drive lead. Carson Wentz stands on the season, only has his team at 1-4 so far in the season, but we don't use wins as a quarterback stat. As we take a look at the rest of the offense, the offensive line for the Eagles is still elite as ever, and Miles Sanders uses that for a gain of 6. Cincinnati defense, Geno Atkins leads the league in sacks. Let's see if he can get some pressure today, as he doesn't on this play to Miles Sanders, who fights forward for a first down for the Eagles. We'll look at 3 plays later on a 3rd and 6 as Eagles offense against third downs. Carson Wentz will go 5 wide. Have the time, do a 360, and fire to Tavon Austin, who's got the first down and more into Cincinnati territory. Break a tackle to the 38-yard line. Carson Wentz is injured, but he will return later in the game. But for now, it's fine, the quarterback. And on his first pass attempt on the 3rd and 7, quickly over the middle to Deshaun Jackson to the 25 for a gain of 10 to convert for the Eagles. 3 plays later, it's Carson Wentz back in the game, and it's a screen pass to try and set up. But Ty Montgomery, a free agent pickup, goes nowhere. He actually loses to him. Philadelphia would tie the game at 3. Second play of the Burrow drive, and it's Mixon getting the ball into Philadelphia territory. Burrow starting 6 for 6. 2 plays later, it's a blitz by Philadelphia. Burrow hits, releasing the Tyler Boyd now to the 25-yard line to get the Bengals in field goal range. Now next play, it's a play fake for Burrow. He's under pressure and dropped for the sack by Jannard Avery to make it 2nd and 17. 2 plays later, it's a 3rd and 16 where Burrow pump fakes under pressure, and he's dropped by Fletcher Cox. The Bengals will call a timeout and send out Randy Bullock to try to kick a 58-yard field goal. Here's the field goal by Bullock, and it is down the middle, and it has the distance to close out the first quarter. Eagles getting the ball, and then on 3rd and 6, Wentz has to check it down, and it's Ty Montgomery who's tackled in the backfield. Eagles will go 3 and out. Here's the punt by the Eagles, and John Ross, who had a punt return touchdown against the Giants Week 5, sets up at the 9. And he uses that speed to cut it outside. There's the speed. He gets across the 40, misses a tackle into Philadelphia territory, and is finally shoved out of bounds at the 37. Send up the Bengals in near field goal range. Is Burrow on the first play of the drive, under pressure and dropped for the sack by Malik Jackson. That'll force a Cincinnati punt. And here comes Carson Wentz on the play fake on the first play, going forward all. One-on-one coverage, and Jeffrey makes the catch. Vildor stumbles. Isaiah Simmons makes Vildor miss, and it's a 75-yard touchdown to give the Eagles a 4-point lead in this game to start out. What a pass by Wentz, and it's a career-long 75-yard touchdown for Jeffrey. Ensuing drive, it's Mixon getting the ball across the 36 for a first down. Next first down, it's Mixon cutting outside again inside the 30. Still going to the 26-yard line to get the Bengals in field goal range. 2 plays later, it's a 2nd and 13 for Burrow, stepping back and firing late on the corner. It's intercepted by Ronald Darby to give the Eagles the ball right back to the 12-yard line. We skip some plays, and on the 1st and 10 from the 36, it's Miles Sanders breaking off contact. He's accelerating into open field. A tackle's missed, and he's going to go 64 yards, which is one shy of a career-long for the Philadelphia touchdown. And as he hits touchdown celebration, the Eagles extend the lead to 11. Ensuing drive for the Bengals is a play fake for Burrow. He has to run out again, and when it rains, it pours. It's Jannard Avery for his 2nd sack of the game to make it 2nd and 18. Next play for Burrow. He has the time. This time he has a wide open Tyler Boyd who gets the first down to the 39-yard line. Burrow's over 100 yards on the game. 2 plays later, it's a 2nd and 6, and Burrow has the time, and he has to jack it down to Mixon, who gets the ball into Philadelphia territory. 3 plays later, it's a 3rd and 3. Now it's Mixon getting involved again, and he cuts it outside. He can go, and he will go for a 41-yard touchdown before the 2-minute warning. Bengals won't go for 2 this early, so it's a 4-point game. Now on the ensuing drive for Philadelphia on a 3rd and 5, it's time on Deshaun Jackson, who's just short of the first down. However, the Eagles get their ball right back, and then the 2-minute drill, it is Zach Ertz who gets involved to the 40-yard line. Jermaine Pratt for the Bengals is down, but he'll return later in the game. Next play for the Eagles, it's Wentz quickly on the outside, caught by Deshaun Jackson. The Eagles will call a timeout. In the red zone now, 1st and 10 to Jeffrey, who gets his 2nd touchdown of the game, extending for the goal line. Kendall Fuller pushed him in. Eagles extend the lead to 11 once again. Ensuing drive for the Bengals with 56 seconds and no timeouts. Burrow has to eat it. Hits the turf. Derek Barnett gets the sack. Bengals will run the clock out. Eagles get the ball to start the second half, and it is Tavon Austin breaking contact and getting a first down on 3rd and 11. Next play, it's Wentz. Has all kinds of time again. Has to check it down to Miles Sanders, who breaks contacts and get to the first down marker to the 48. And on the 4th and 1, they go nowhere. They try a 60-yard field goal, and it goes nowhere. It's wide left and short. I don't know why they attempted it, and the Bengals take over. And on that ensuing play, Burrow trying to make something going with his feet, throws on the run, and he's got Tyler Boyd inside the 25 to kick off the drive. 3 plays later on 3rd and 9, Burrow has all kinds of time rolling out again. Fires on the move, and it's a perfect inaccurate pass to Austin Seferian-Jenkins to the 14. 2 plays later, it's Joe Mixon getting involved again inside the 5 and tackled at the 1 yard short of 99 yards. Or it's a handoff to Luke Sellers, the rookie fullback, who gets in for the touchdown to cut the Philadelphia lead to 6-7. Ensuing drive for the Bengals, it's Adam Humphries on a jet sweep who cuts it outside against ball carrier vision, and he's injured. He'll be out for the game. 2 plays later on a 3rd and 4, Burrow has the time. He has to check it down to Tyler Boyd to the 38-yard line to keep the drive alive. 2 plays later, it's Burrow on a play fake. He has time again. He unloads over the middle. It's low and caught by Boyd to the Philadelphia territory. 1st and 10 for Burrow. He has the time, has to step around. Playmaker is a receiver, and then he has all kinds of open space inside the 30 and lowers his shoulder to the 24-yard line. 2nd and 10, 2 plays later, it's Burrow Pump faking and drop for the sack by Fletcher Cox. Making it a 3rd and 18. Where Burrow will have the time and throw it to Giovanni Bernard, who gets the first down, hurdles to the 8-yard line. Or 2 plays later, it's a 1st and goal, 2nd goal, toss to Mixon, who's going to score for the Cincinnati touchdown to tie this game at 27. Ensuing drive for the Bengals. Burrow rolling out. He has the time, fires on the move. It's Boyd making an insane catch of the 44. Next play, it's Burrow again looking to throw, and he's going to check it down to Alton Safarian-Jenkins, who gets the ball into Philadelphia territory. Next play, it's John Ross in motion. And Burrow to throw. He'll check it down to Ross, uses his speed to get another first down, juking to the 32. 3 plays later, it's Burrow under pressure getting it to Mixon, who has to run into his own blockers and gets tackled short. Cincinnati is going to add another field goal to give them a 3-point lead. Eagles on the ensuing drive. It's Zach Ertz making a circus catch to the 42. 3 plays later, it's a 3rd and 8 and a play fake to Wentz, and Isaiah Simmons is in there for his sack. 2nd sack of the season to force the Philadelphia punt. Ensuing drive for the Bengals is a 3rd and 9, and Burrow has to eat the sack from Fletcher Cox to force the Cincinnati punt to give the Eagles a chance to tie the game. It's Fletcher Cox's 3rd sack, which ties a career high. Ensuing drive for the Eagles, and Wentz has to roll out a bit and fire to the wide open Alshon Jeffrey to the 43-yard line to give them a first down. 3 plays later on a 3rd and 7, it's moving the chains again on the outside as it's Alshon Jeffrey again beating the coverage. 3 plays later, it's a 3rd and 8, and this time Wentz has to sidestep and fire to a wide open Tavon Austin, who makes a move to the 15-yard line. Where the Eagles on 3 plays later, a 3rd and 11, Wentz has to stand in and fire on the outside, and it's caught, but short for some reason is Deshaun Jackson. Philadelphia will tie the game at 30. 2nd drive. Play of the possession, and Burrow has time and fires on the outside for Boyd, who makes a great catch on the sideline to the 48. Burrow's at 300 passing yards. Next play, it's Burrow looking to throw again. He has the time and fires to Mixon, who gets the ball into Philadelphia territory. Next play, it's Burrow on a play fake. He rolls out to his left against probably good reason and gets to Austin Safarian-Jenkins inside the 25. 2 plays later, it's Mixon on a draw, moving across the first down marker to the 12-yard line to take this to the 2-minute warning. 3 plays later, inside 1 minute 20 seconds, and Mixon juking inside, and he's got the first down. Bengals are going to kneel the clock out, and Randy Bullock is going to kick 3. Bengals win 33-30. Well, this was a good game. It was really stressful. Being down 11 points, which is the biggest deficit of Burrow's career to this point, was, I mean, the luck we were getting, the Alshon Jeffrey catch where Vildor just decided to give up on the play, and then Isaiah Simmons, of all people, just whiffed entirely and knocked me to the ground. And then Miles Sanders were just busting off contact and then going. The CPU, in my opinion, just dives way too early and dives unnecessarily sometimes. But whatever, we got the win. We're 6-0. The Eagles are 1-5, which who would have guessed at this point in the season. So we're going to move on to team activities. Starting with negotiations, Mixon and Williams, we're still waiting. Marshawn Lynch, who's had 6 carries for 11 yards and a touchdown, we're not bringing him back. He's going to retire, or he's going to get 2 yards a carry on some other team. Alex Erickson, we're also going to not continue to negotiate with him. He's just given us extreme amounts of leadership, but he has done absolutely nothing on the field, so that leadership is worthless in the game of Madden 20. Randy Bullock, who's been perfect on the season because I've been controlling him, has been extended with a 3-year, $8.85 million contract. Moving on to the draft board, we have a new quarterback, Andrew Carter. 6-round projection, strong arm quarterback. This is the kind of camp body we need to probably back up Burrow in the future. Ryan Finley ain't it. But we got Josh Allen. Well, what people thought of Josh Allen clone. Moving on to player upgrades, Carl Lawson has an upgrade with +1s to finesse, move, strength, and tackling, and +3 to pursuit. Isaiah Simmons gets a pass rush coverage upgrade, +1 in block shedding, tackling, and zone coverage, and +2 to play recognition. Randy Bullock gets 2 kick accuracy, which is huge for kicking longer field goals. Luke Sellers gets 1 impact blocking, +2 awareness and short route running, and +3 run block power. No injuries. Adam Humphries is going to be out for 6 weeks, which is going to be a huge hit to this offense. So, ironically, it's on Tate, not Erickson, to step up. So, we're going to see Auden Tate, who had a great preseason, so I think he'll be fine. Moving on to the scores across the league, we're going to start with our divisional opponents. Starting with the Browns and Jaguars game in their divisional opponents. Gardner Minshew starting with the ball, and he has the time. Fires over the middle to D.G. Westbrook, who accelerates inside the 40. Breaks the tackle to the 27-yard line. Jacksonville will get an opening drive 3. The Browns do nothing on their next possession on the punt on a 4th and 28. Jacksonville looks to block the punt. And they coming through because you can tell by these scripted animations that they're coming through and blocking the punt. It's picked up by Nakwa for the Jacksonville touchdown to put them up 10-0. However, Baker Mayfield wants to say something about this early 10-0 deficit, and on a 3rd and 4, he steps into it with all kinds of time, and he's got David Njoku get to the 30, and he'll set up this big play early on. 8 yards out, 2nd and 2. It's a play fake for Mayfield and wide open in the end zone. It's David Njoku. They reviewed the play, but it was clear and obvious that he stayed in bounds to make the lead. Jacksonville lead 3 on ensuing drive on a 3rd and 11. It's Mayfield going deep 1-on-1 coverage and got to Odell Beckham Jr. to the 29. Cleveland's going to add another 3 to tie this game up. Jacksonville getting the ball with 1:33 to go in the half across midfield. As Gardner Minshew to Marquise Lee on the slant route to get inside or near field goal range. Of course, it's Madden AI, so you know that instead of taking the 3 with 0 timeouts, they're going to check it down inbounds to let the clock run out. However, on the 3rd and 12 to start the 3rd quarter, it's Leonard Fournette saying that he can be a receiving back and he's not just a useless power back, getting inside the 40 and tackled at the 30. He may be injured after this play, but Jacksonville gets 3, and you tell me what's more important, a lead or a running back. Jaguars getting the ball right back, and then Gardner Minshew looking to throw in the 4th quarter, and is intercepted by Denzel Ward at the 50. He looks to return it. He's inside the 20. He's going to go all the way to give Cleveland a 4-point lead. 50 yards on the return. Cleveland up on top. A 3rd and 18 now for Minshew, looking to get the lead right back. And it's a play fake to the backup running back, Benjamin. He has to eat it for the sack. Sheldon Richardson ends the drive. Jacksonville will punt, and they won't see the field again. We'll join the Pittsburgh-Baltimore game in progress due to some corruption issues. On the first play of this series, James Conner moving to the top of the screen. The Ravens forget to cover him, and Roethlisberger goes quickly to him inside the 15. Pittsburgh will add 3 to make the lead 16-0. Baltimore looking to claw back in this game. And it's Lamar Jackson looking to throw. Shocker there. And he'll throw over the middle. It's Miles Boykins with the 35. And Baltimore will add a 3. That's the end of the game there. It's going to end 60-3. We'll move on to the rest of the scores across the league. On Thursday Night Football, it's the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. On the Sunday slate of games, Tennessee takes on Houston for their 2nd one of the season. The Patriots take down the Chiefs. The Dolphins take down the Cardinals. The Rams just beat the Giants. The Panthers beat the Chargers. The Niners destroy the Redskins. The Seahawks absolutely murder the Falcons. The Jets sneak out of Indianapolis with the dub. The Saints come out of Shoulder Field with a close win. And the Raiders get the Monday night dub over the Bills. Moving on to standings, with the Bills getting their first loss, they're only at 5-1 on the season. The Patriots are 4-2, the Jets 3-4, and the Dolphins, while still getting their first win, are still only 1-5. In the North, we're 6-0. The Steelers have moved into 2nd place with 4-2. The Ravens are also 4-2, and the Browns are 4-3. In the South, the Texans are 4-3, the Colts are 3-4, the Jags are 3-4, the Titans are 2-4. In the West, the Chargers and Raiders are both. Well, the Chargers are 3-2-1, the Raiders are 3-3-1, Chiefs are 3-3, and the Broncos are 2-4. Moving on to the NFC, it is the Cowboys at 3-3 in the lead. The Redskins are 2-4, and so are the Giants are 2-5. The Eagles are 1-5. In the North, the Lions have the lead at 4-3. The Bears are 3-3. The Packers have their bye, and they're still 2-4. And the Vikings are just the Vikings. In the South, the Panthers are 6-1. The Saints are 5-1. The Falcons are 2-5, and the Bucks are 1-5. In the West, the Rams are 5-1. The Niners are 5-2. The Seahawks are 4-3. The Cardinals are 3-4. Moving on to the Offensive Player of the Week for the AFC, it is Cincinnati running back Joe Mixon, who had 133 yards on 26 carries. The leader in yards per attempt, got 2 touchdowns and also 62 receiving yards. For the NFC, it is Christian McCaffrey, the running back for the Panthers, who had 169 yards on the ground along with a touchdown and 3 receptions, 78 yards, and a receiving touchdown against the Chargers. Moving on to Defensive Player of the Week, it is Miami corner Xavier Howard, who had 5 tackles, pass deflect, and 3 interceptions against the Arizona Cardinals in their overtime win. For the Rams, it is cornerback Nickel Roby-Coleman, who had 6 tackles and a pick 6 that went for 10 yards. Moving on to league leaders, passing leaders, Jacoby Brissett leading the league with 2,400 passing yards. Deshaun Watson still has 16 passing touchdowns, and Mitchell Trubisky has a 120.4 passer rating. On to rushing, Christian McCaffrey still extends that lead and has 782 rushing yards. Mixon gets the lead with 7 rushing touchdowns, and Blake Bortles, of course, still leads the league with a 7.4 yards per attempt. I'm going to keep that in there as long as he holds that lead. Receiving leaders, the Odell Beckham Jr. has 607 receiving yards. Zach Pascal for the Colts has 6 touchdowns, and Eric Ebron still has 51 receptions. Moving on to defensive leaders, it is Luke Kuechly, the linebacker for the Panthers, did not retire in this series, has 73 tackles. Geno Atkins, while not getting a sack against the Eagles this week, still has 12, which is good enough for the lead in the sack department. Finally, Xavier Howard, with his 3 interception performance, finally breaks the tie and gets 5 picks on the season. Moving on to next week on Thursday Night Football, it's an exciting matchup. The first place Bengals meet the at the time third place Ravens for an AFC showdown with massive playoff implications. Moving on to the Sunday slate of games, it is the Steelers hosting the Broncos. Ben Roethlisberger looking to get revenge to that goal line interception to the interior defensive lineman in 2018. The Bucs go to Chicago to face the Bears. The Chargers look to avenge their loss against the Chiefs a couple weeks ago. The Falcons play the Saints. The Giants play the Redskins in big divisional games. More divisional action as the Pack go to Detroit to face the Lions, as the Lions try to avenge their very BS loss against the Packers on that Monday night game last year. The Jaguars go to Tennessee, the Patriots go to Miami, and the Bills go to the Jets to round out all these divisional games. Indianapolis also travels to Oakland to face the Raiders, which will destroy the whole divisional action going on. But on the primetime games on Sunday Night Football, we have the Niners going to LA, and on Monday Night Football, we have the Philadelphia Eagles to go to Dallas to play the Cowboys to round out the divisional action. The Texans, Seahawks, Panthers, Vikings, Cardinals, and Browns all have their bye weeks. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait to get this Thursday night video out as soon as possible. It'll probably be on Friday. On Wednesday, we will have the part 2 to our deep dive series on Madden franchise mode. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, leave a like. And if you want more Bengals franchise content, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to be notified in the future for content like this. I'll see you next time, and have a good week. See ya.